Okay, so Josh Giddey just got sent to the Chicago Bulls for Alex Caruso. Straight up, no picks, no nothing. Chicago Bulls sent Alex Caruso to the team with the most first round picks over the next span of years and didn't get anything back. Anything back. And I know when you guys look at the title says the Thunder are my favorites to win the Western Conference. I'm not going to confirm that yet. We still have a long off season ahead of us, but I really like the Thunder's chances to get out the West next year. I mean, the West is going to be loaded next year. We got teams like the Grizzlies who are coming back healthy. We got the Minnesota Timberwolves, the Dallas Mavericks who just came off a finals appearance, the past Western Conference champions in the Denver Nuggets. We got a whole bunch of teams, the Lakers, and who just signed JJ Redick. So there's a whole lot of teams that are going to be in the mix for coming out of the West, but I think the Thunder have a very good chance, and I think they're about one piece away. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to talk about the offense. So if we look at Alex Caruso's offensive stats, he averaged about 10 points per game, 4 rebounds per game, and 3.5 assists per game, while also shooting 40% from 3, 61% true shooting, which is a career high, and 59 effective field goal percentage. That is another career high. And when we look at specifically the Dallas Mavericks series, that's the series I want to talk about. With the Dallas Mavericks gap defense, there was a lot of weaknesses that the Dallas Mavericks could expose for this Oklahoma City Thunder team because they had guys like Josh Giddey who they could help off of. When they started Isaiah Joe, and I think about Game 6, Isaiah Joe did not have enough run with the starting lineup to really be effective when he came into the game, and I don't think he shot well in that Game 6 either way. I just think they had a very poor shooting performance against the Dallas Mavericks. Chet Holmgren did not hit his shots. He hit his threes at a 22% clip. J-Dub 38%. I think that may be a little lower than his actual averages. And then we had who else am I forgetting? Josh Giddey at 18% from 3. That cannot happen. That cannot happen. And I saw an offensive formation that I really like. It's kind of basic. If we swipe through real fast, here it is right here. This is Josh Giddey's shot chart, not Josh Giddey's, Alex Caruso's shot chart throughout this past season. He shot 41% from the top of the key. He shot 43% from the right wing, 38% from 3 in the right corner, 42, almost 43% in the left corner, and 39 from the left wing, and then shot 60% at the rim. So this is pretty much a basic offense. We've seen the Denver Nuggets run this a lot, where the point guard is at the top of the key. We have Nikola Jokic, or in our case, Chet Holmgren, at the elbow. So this will be SGA. This will be Chet Holmgren. This could be Lou Dort in the dunker spot. And then we have Jalen Williams on the weak side corner. And then we have Alex Caruso on the strong side corner. So I think adding Alex Caruso to this type of formation makes this very hard to guard, just because of the simple fact we love the two-man game between Chet and J-Dub. We love the two-man game between SGA and Chet. And then we have Alex Caruso on the strong side corner, who can also knock down that shot. This is his best shot out of his whole shot chart. I think he shoots the left corner 3 more than he shoots the right wing. So I would say that this is the best shot, even though it's not the highest efficiency. So let's say you are a team like the Minnesota Timberwolves, who has a guy like Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns, and you have to guard a two-man between SGA, where if you commit too much on SGA, Chet Dub gets the ball in a short roll and he has a decision to make. He is a type of center that can make the pass to an open J-Dub, to a cutting Lou Dort, or to an open Alex Caruso, who once again shot 43% from the left corner. So I think it makes the offense very hard to guard, and I think they have successfully made their 5-out lineup, or their 5-out offense, even harder to guard. I mean, I've seen reports that that's how Dallas wants to run their lineup. They don't want to put Chet Holmgren at the 4. They want to run Chet Holmgren at the 5. And I wouldn't be against getting a guy like Andre Drummond or even Jonas Valanciunas in free agency so they can really build up that rebounding. But right now we're talking about the offense. So even against a team like the Denver Nuggets, when they have Nikola Jokic, you can put him in pick and rolls. You can put Jamal Murray in pick and rolls. You don't want to see Jamal Murray guarding SGA consistently in a playoff series. I think when it comes to offense, I think Alex Caruso opens up so much when it comes to shooting, and that's what they needed in this playoff run. Now, when we look at their shooting numbers, if we really look at their shooting numbers, they shot well during the regular season. If we look at their playoff numbers, it kind of dropped. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up those numbers for you right now. Okay, so here are the numbers right here. In the playoffs, the Oklahoma City Thunder shot 35% from the three. Catch and shoot, it was 34%. And pull-ups, it was 40%. And they were averaging about 7 of those a game and about 27 catch and shoot shots per game. So if we look at the regular season, let's look to see if those numbers actually got worse or got better. So if we can, okay, so on catch and shoot they shot 40%, on pull-ups they shot 34%, and in total they shot 38%. So in my opinion, I think that is what is going to help this Oklahoma City Thunder team a lot. I mean, if we look at their splits, if they get an early jump, if they get an early three-pointer in the shot clock, it's 50%. It's miss or make. It's a miss or make league. And I think with that type of offense that they are running, that's going to make it a lot easier for them. Okay, so we're going to kind of mix my reaction with how good I think the defense is going to be, because we don't even talk about how good Alex Caruso is. I mean, he's a multiple-time all-defensive type of player. He has made very big impacts on championship teams. I mean, we've seen it with the Lakers. So we're not questioning Alex Caruso's play in the playoffs. This is a guy who's been there, done that, made the deep run in the playoffs, won a championship. He can really help out with the culture in this Oklahoma City Thunder team. He's an older player. I think he's 30 years old. He might just be the oldest player on the team the second he walks in, because we don't know if Gordon Hayward's going to re-sign, which I don't think he is. He's basically going to be the voice of the locker room, in my opinion. And when we talk about a team that was already top 5 in defensive rating, top 5 in offense and defense, bringing in a type of player like Alex Caruso, I think this is like the Jrue Holiday move for the Boston Celtics now, with Alex Caruso and the Oklahoma City Thunder. And when we have a team like Oklahoma City that can switch so much. You have SGA, who stands at 6'6", Alex Caruso, who stands at 6'5", Lou Dort, who stands at 6'5" or 6'6". We have J-Dub, who stands at 6'6", and then we have a 7-foot Chet Holmgren, who likes to step up on actions. So if a pick and roll, you don't mind him stepping up. He's not going to be the guy that plays drop because you don't want him on an island against a smaller defender. He has the quickness to at least hold his own in that area. So I think that is going to make it a lot better. And then you have guys like Cason Wallace, who was an incredible shooter his rookie year, always found himself in the right place at the right time, who's going to be coming off the bench and only going to get better. Isaiah Joe, Aaron Wiggins. There are and then you have somebody else in the draft to where I don't even know who you draft now. Maybe you just go get a guy who was all defense. Maybe you don't need any more offense. Maybe you get a guy that's all defense. Or maybe you get a guy like Yves Missi or Kel'el Ware. Who knows? Who knows what the Thunder can do? In my opinion, I think you just get best man available. Best man available, in my opinion, is what you do in the draft. But when I look at this Thunder team, and then when we look at some of the other teams in the West, we have the Denver Nuggets, who are in the second apron, the Minnesota Timberwolves, who are in the second apron. And I think I saw something where the Timberwolves GM has never stayed in the second apron, or he has never re-signed someone who would keep them in the second apron. So now that means Karl-Anthony Towns might get traded. The Denver Nuggets, I think KCP may not re-sign with the Denver Nuggets. So when we have a team like Oklahoma City, to where their top 3 guys, and 2 of them are still on their rookie deal and they're playing at the level they do, they got the playoff experience. We saw that SGA can be the number 1 because he had a fantastic series, in my opinion. This Thunder team is going to be scary. This Thunder team is going to be very scary, especially with a team like the T-Wolves, who have some holes that need to be filled that we saw in the Western Conference Finals. We saw Dallas get exposed by the Boston Celtics, and just to really overlook it, I think the Denver Nuggets are still the biggest threat in the Western Conference, with Nikola Jokic and Michael Porter Jr. and Aaron Gordon and Jamal Murray. We don't know if KCP is going to be back, and that's a very big blow because he's your best perimeter defender. But I think the Thunder have a real fighting chance. I don't think a lot of teams or a lot of analysts, including myself, gave them a chance to make the finals this year. This year, depending on how free agency goes, they might be my favorite to come out the West. Thank you, everybody. Let's do it again. I appreciate everybody for watching this video. I think this Alex Caruso deal is very, very, very important. We're going to be looking back at the end of next year at this time and be like, wow, that trade really switched the tide for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and they're going to be raising the Larry O'Brien. Who knows? Who knows? I don't want to go too deep into things, but I really like this deal for the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for the Chicago Bulls, we're going to explain that a little bit more later in another video. But if you guys like this type of content, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And I'm out. Peace.